Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Nicole Griffin. We begin first with the developing situation involving transportation for thousands of children who attend Indianapolis public schools. In a statement just into the RTV6 newsroom tonight, IPS is telling families that they are not confident the district will be able to run regular school bus routes in a safe and efficient manner tomorrow morning. IPS says they have a plan in place for the current number of drivers who have called off, but if any additional drivers who choose to call off overnight, it would make that coverage no longer feasible. And a final update will be sent out to families by 5:30 tomorrow morning. The statement says that the school will remain open. All schools will remain open tomorrow, but they are urging families to make alternate plans like carpooling with other IPS families or taking public transportation. They say they recognize this is a disruption to families, and they have partnered with Indigo, who is providing free rides to all IPS students. Bus passes are not needed for students. They simply need to tell Indigo bus drivers that they attend IPS. Our Rafael Sanchez sat down with IPS Superintendent Alicia Johnson on Friday to talk specifically about these plans for Monday morning.
On Monday, the hope would be that everyone's back to work and it's business as usual, but we are planning for that worst case scenario so that, again, we can communicate to families and they have the ability to get ready if they need to be thinking about something different.
The district says it understands that change is hard, further saying when they partnered with First Student, when that partnership was approved in January, their team met with AFSCME union leadership to discuss the process for a smooth transition. Efforts have been made, according to IPS, that include compensation bonuses up to $2,000 for employees who maintain strong attendance until the end of the year. And today we spoke with drivers who were not comfortable going on camera out of fears that they could lose their jobs. We asked if they thought there would be bus services tomorrow, and they say that is to be determined depending on how many drivers call off. They tell us they want families to know that they did not call off on Friday as a protest, but instead they are using earned paid time off. Some of the drivers we talked to say the time was pre-planned. They say they want families to know that they do care about the students. On Friday, we talked to the council president who represents area unions.
Every kid that's not picked up is possibly missing a meal. In some cases, left at home by themselves. We absolutely do not support kids not being picked up, but there's a flip side. And I think the flip side from the bus drivers is they're frustrated. They're, it's confused. They're a little bit hurt. They also got worries. Most of the bus drivers are single parents, so I can see that the frustration level has obviously hit a high.
If IPS is not able to run its bus service tomorrow, that means hundreds of students that rely on meal services from their school will not get those meals. IPS says meal services will be offered at school as normal tomorrow. On Friday, the bus driver call-out impacted 22,000 kids who rely on bus services. Only around 14,000 students actually made it to school on Friday. The superintendent says knowing that the call-offs impacted their ability to not only get their education, angers her.
I don't believe that folks would set out to intentionally hurt our students, but the reality is there is a hurtful impact when that decision was made. And so there's no getting away from the fact that there were a number of students negatively impacted as it relates to their ability to access food.
And we are checking in with IPS and the very latest on this situation and what parents should know ahead of Monday. We will keep you updated when that announcement is made tomorrow morning. And they are still assessing that situation. We will keep you updated, of course. And we are also getting reaction tonight from parents. We posted a poll on the RTV6 Facebook page to see how parents are feeling and what plans they are making tomorrow. We asked if you have a child who rides an IPS bus, what are your thoughts on the district's announcement to find alternative plans for transportation? We had one response saying they have no way of getting their oldest to school tomorrow. Another says, even if I take my child, I have to pick her up afterward. Where am I supposed to go to work in that time frame? And finally, another person says they plan to leave their kids at home because they have to go to work. We will, of course, keep you updated on this developing story.